And the other thing that the big story today too is Denny Hamlin, of course, talking about the Kyle Busch deal, saying that Joe Gibbs Racing would have gone under if they signed Kyle Busch because he wanted so much money. Look, first off, look, the first thing they should do is take, you know, public relations 101. That's a story that's never going to favor Joe Gibbs, right? So stop talking about it. First off, just stop talking about it. You're not going to win it. It's not going to go your way. And I like Denny Hamlin, but this is an L that they just need to take. I don't care how many people on Twitter are being mean on the Joe Gibbs Racing comments. Just take the L and move on, because either way you slice it, it's not going to look good for Joe Gibbs. If they are telling the truth and they just couldn't get the deal done, then it looks bad from a business perspective that you had over a year to find a sponsor or a set of sponsors to put Kyle Busch in the car, or you were unwilling to go the RCR route of having multiple sponsors to put Kyle Busch in the car. Now, if they're not being truthful, or if they're spinning this however you want to say it, then it still looks bad because they went with the grandson over Kyle Busch. And then there's the third option where Kyle Busch just wanted to leave anyway, but I don't think anybody really believes that, because he said before any of this started that he fully expected to be back at Joe Gibbs Racing. And the thing about him wanting so much money that it would bankrupt Joe Gibbs, at one point during this negotiation, he openly said he would take less money. And that being said, I don't think anybody's telling a fib. I think it's just they're taking certain facts and trying to spin it a certain way, when in actuality, like, they just didn't get the job done. And the best thing for Joe Gibbs Racing and Denny Hamlin is to just be quiet about it and let it be, because you're not going to win this one. Just take the L and move on. Talk about the races you have moving forward. Talk about how you guys believe in Ty Gibbs and you're focused on him and you wish Kyle Busch the best. That's the best thing to do from here on out. And of course, he's going to be biased toward Toyota. Of course, he's going to be biased towards Joe Gibbs Racing, because he's basically a part owner of Joe Gibbs Racing, because all of their stuff comes from Joe Gibbs Racing for 2311. So he is going to be biased and skewed that way. But that being said, they just need to let it go. If I'm Joe Gibbs, I have a meeting tomorrow and say, from now on, when everybody comes in here and we're asked about Kyle Busch and the Kyle Busch situation, we just go Bill Belichick on them. We're focused on whatever in this week will be. We're focused on Las Vegas, and we wish Kyle Busch the best. If you just keep answering the questions like that, like, that's the best way to make this thing go away, because the more you talk about it, the more the story is going to flow and go on and on. And don't get me wrong, it's going to be a story all season, but if they talk about it, it's going to be a bigger story. So the best thing they can do is just not talk about it. Focus on the guy that they've got in the 18, now the 54, which is Ty Gibbs. Focus on their race, focus on what Joe Gibbs Racing is doing, and just say, give them the line that, we support Kyle Busch and we wish the best for him. We had some great times while he was here, but now we have to worry about our team over here, and we can't be worried about Kyle Busch. He's not here anymore. So that's the best way to handle that question right there. But he's definitely he definitely just needs to let it go, to be totally honest, because he's never going to win that PR spin. There's no way he's winning that PR spin. They just need to let it be. And the fact that he gave the reason that people are bombarding the Twitter account of JGR with you should have kept Kyle Busch, or whatever the narrative is, like, if you can't let that bother you, dude. Like, you just can't let that bother you. Like, if it's a tweet that you don't like, either block them or skip to the next tweet. Like, that's I don't know. I didn't get that either. And the other thing of note there in that particular podcast, he said that RCR has the most horsepower out of anybody in the garage right now. So I found that interesting too. So it sounds like a little bit of I don't know, from that aspect, it almost like jealousy that Toyota doesn't have as much horsepower as RCR. I don't know. It just wasn't the greatest of looks, and he probably shouldn't have addressed it. But he's Denny Hamlin, and that's why you got to like Denny Hamlin, because he just tells you how he's feeling. So I had no problem with it, other than the fact that he probably just shouldn't have said anything, because you're going to take an L on that. But that's kind of also why you like him, because he addressed everything for the most part. I mean, he can get a story killed if he wants to. That's why I didn't understand. He's got to know something about PR. They got some of the best PR people in the world over there with Michael Jordan and stuff. So I didn't get it. I didn't get it. They need to just stop addressing it and move on, because the media is going to farm it for drama. Myself included. If they keep talking about it, I'm going to keep making videos about it. So, like, just stop talking about it, dude.